Many of us think of the 1970s with great nostalgia. I am no exception. I'm Wilhelm van Rensburg, Senior Art Specialist at Strauss Co, and I put together a special session of art of the 1970s for our July online sale. The 70s, I think, can be bookended by, at the outset, student uprising starting in Paris in 1968 with the Paris Spring, where students protested against the very conservative political orthodoxy in France at the time. And on the other end, you have a seminal seminar at the University of Cape Town in the July of 1979, looking at the state of South African art. The fulcrum, of course, being the Soweto uprising of June 16, 1976. South Africa in the 70s continued to be isolated. We were denied entry into the Venice Biennale, for instance, but people such as Esme Berman hosted biannual exhibitions at different venues across South Africa to showcase the art produced during that time. Another feature of the 1970s was the large-scale experimentation in the arts. And by experimentation, you can look at this fantastic example behind me by Helmut Stark. He painted this in 1974. It is called Firebird, and you can see he's referring to the psychedelic era of the 1960s as well. And you have, for instance, the rise of conceptual art in South Africa. You have a renewed interest in printmaking. We have examples of Egon Günther's studio, who worked with artists such as Wendy Vincent, Wopko Jensma, and Hannatjie. Many of their works also featuring on this particular session. And on the other hand, the famous Graphic Club, started by Fred Schimmel, and we have some of the works produced in the early 1970s of him as well. A third feature of the art of the 1970s, certainly the grey areas, and by that I refer to black artists who had to find certain spaces where they could study art, where they could be trained in art making, and where they could practice their art as well. And that, of course, gave rise to a number of resistance art or protest art, as you and I know. Another feature of the art of the 1970s is the idea of censorship, and we have an example of a Walter Battiss print, one of his orgy series, and when those orgy series, there were 5 in the series, were exhibited for the first time in Pietermaritzburg, the police was called in and the exhibition promptly closed. Creative collaboration between artists and poets was also quite common in the 1970s. For example, Cecil Skotnes working with Stephen Gray, the poet, and they put together a number of portfolios. We have on sale the famous The Assassination of Shaka Zulu, and we also have the White Monday Disaster portfolio telling the story of Volraad Woltemade.